Today we're going to be taking a look at this inflatable kayak by Intex. This model is the K2 Sierra. It's rated for up to 400 pounds and I got it for $82 on clearance, but usually the price is $138, and it does come with a manual pump, which Jason is using now. And of course you have your lightweight aluminum oars, and it does have this handy carrying bag. We're going to go ahead and get this thing all pumped up and go ahead and put it out on the water. We're camping right on the lake this weekend, so it's going to be nice. We can go right out here, and once we test it out, I'm going to let you guys know what my initial thoughts are. Here it is, all blown up, and the process took less than 15 minutes still. That's blowing up everything, including the chairs, and getting them into position. And that's with the manual pump, so I don't think that's bad at all. It does have like carrying handles here. They seem relatively durable. Still wouldn't put too much strain on them. That cord feels pretty flimsy. I wouldn't put a lot of trust in that rope. The seats, it seems like these are going to fall back quite easily. So you might have to really tighten these up so you have some good back support. But I have no doubt that they'll be able to tighten up sufficiently. Same thing here, just a little flimsy. We'll have to tighten that up. Okay, another handle here. As far as leg room, the person in front has a decent bit of leg room there. I would say the shorter person should go in the back for sure. Looks to be about 10 feet long. All right, overall, so far, first thoughts, I mean, it seems pretty thick. I was a little bit worried because we've had some Intex pool floats and the material was a little bit on the flimsy side and they didn't last long. So hopefully, and you know what? I'm seeing something here. There's some discrepancy. So on the box, it said plain as day that the weight capacity was 400 pounds. But I'm reading the inside of the boat itself here, and it's saying the maximum capacity is 330 pounds. Okay, no, I see, guys. Never mind. So it is 400 total. For some reason, they're breaking it up between 330 pounds for people, plus no more than 70 pounds for gear, for a grand total of 400 pounds overall. So that was a little confusing, but so if you and your boating partner are both at 200 pounds, in other words, don't bring any gear, because then you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, so that clears that up. Anyway, I'm going to come back once we actually have this thing out on the water. Maiden Voyage. So before we put this thing in the water, we let it sit for probably a couple of hours with the air in it, just to make sure we didn't see any leaks or any air coming out, and so far so good. Okay, so So far, we're still afloat. And honestly, it's tracking pretty well. It's not hard to steer. The oars, they're kind of short. They're a little shorter than I'd like them to be.
They feel weirdly balanced too.
Huh.
See how it rolls on its own?
Yeah.
I don't remember our ones at home feeling like that,
But it's not that big of a deal. You just really don't have enough space to really spread your hands out. Well, maybe that's just a personal preference thing, but it's feeling pretty sturdy thus far.
I mean, there's only a little bit of water coming through the front.
He's being silly. So far, all is well. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this down so I can help row.
Hey, are we gonna play the Gilligan?
Another thing I love about this little kayak so far is how easy it is to maneuver. So it's light as a feather. You really don't have to use much effort at all to spin it around and trek through the water. I mean, it's, you know, it's an energy saver. Very, very effortless. So I like that. I feel like with my rigid kayak, sometimes I have to really put in the effort to make it turn or go forward, or, you know, if I'm trying to fight against the wind. Not with this thing. It's just, yeah, it's light as a feather. Easy to maneuver. We are way out here. Done quite a bit of paddling, and physically, I don't feel like we've done much exertion at all. It's a win in my book. One last thing I'll say about this little kayak is that the seats were actually pretty comfortable. I had seen some reviews where people were complaining about the seats not being comfortable, but we didn't find that to be the case. Like I mentioned before, the good news is you can tighten these straps up as much as you need to provide for ample back support. So yeah, comfortable seats. As you can see, the lake is quite calm, but we did get a few swells here and there and a little bit of wake from some smaller boats here and there, and it handled it just fine. For the price point, to be able to get out on the water, I mean, I say why not? Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you guys enjoyed the video today and your time outdoors with me. If so, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you can join me on my next adventure. But until then, be good to yourself and do something that makes you happy today.